Sophia.
I want you to take me back.
You're entitled to some happiness.
This is not going to make us happy.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
I am mine. I am very, very afraid.
How does it feel to be up and around again?
Oh, better than I can tell you. I plan to resume my duties as head of Capital Enterprises immediately.
You don't feel maybe that would be pushing it?
Young lady, I am in complete control of my faculties and most of my mobility. And my doctors tell me I'm ready to take on anything I please. In fact, I feel like I've just awakened from some long sleep, well rested and ready to take on the world.
What have you been doing since your recovery?
Oh, well, I've been getting reacquainted with my family, and I've been, getting my affairs in order, things like that. And here comes my new son-in-law, Kirk. Kirk, please, join us. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Kirk Cranston. And I would like publicly to thank him for all his marvelous contributions to Capital Enterprises while I was ill.
All right.
I am very proud to have you as part of my family. We make a good team. We make a great team, an invincible team, in
What
fact.
about your daughter Eden's engagement to Cruz Castillo?
Yeah, what happened there?
She just had a change of mind. Any woman can understand that, don't you think?
How does she feel about stepping down as managing officer?
Young lady, she's not stepping down. She's stepping right by my side, just as Kirk is right by my side. And now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to call an end to this meeting. I've got so many things to do. Thank you for coming down. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Cece, there's a phone call for you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Stay around, will you, Kirk? I want to talk to you.
Sure.
Yes. Uh-huh. Thank you. Where's the yacht now? All right, keep on top of it. Yes, you let me know the moment they're about to leave for Santa Barbara. I want to make sure they have a very special homecoming.
You're wrong. We don't have anything in common.
That's not true, Augusta. We both like our martinis and our humor very dry.
Well, I don't need you to buy me either, thank you.
Well, you can send it back if you like.
I will. In a minute.
You know, no one would ever agree with me, Augusta, but you're a very practical woman.
What do you want?
Oh, I don't know. I just think we have certain common interests, Augusta. Certain feelings about certain people.
What feelings about what people?
Well, the way we feel about Sophia, for example. She robbed me of my mother Pamela and you of Lionel. And then we share a common fate, don't we? We've both been thrown out of our respective houses.
Let me get one thing straight, Mason. Lionel didn't throw me out of the house. I went of my own volition. And I'm going to leave this table in the same way if you don't tell me what this is about.
I'm just looking for a kindred spirit, Augusta. After all, you and I have done each other some small services over the years. We have mutual ties, whether you admit it or not.
We have crossed swords, but I don't remember any favors being exchanged. Oh, I did ask favors of you that you refused. Lots of them.
Augusta, isn't it exhausting carrying all those grudges around? Can't we just forgive and forget?
I will, if you'll tell me what this is about.
Well, I may get into specifics in a bit, but what do you say we fortify ourselves with some soft-shelled crab, a good bottle of white wine first?
Well, you're willing to buy me an expensive lunch? I'm curious enough to listen while I eat. I'm sure it's something that's going to cost someone a lot of trouble.
You know, it's amazing how much sand you can get in your boot when you spend half the night walking the beach.
While you were walking on the beach, did you decide whether you'd gotten over Eden? Last time I saw you, you still weren't sure.
Are you mad at me?
Mad? Why should I be mad? I like not knowing where I stand. It helps me from feeling complacent.
Look, excuse me, Santana, I had some things to sort out in my mind.
Did you? That was the question.
I think so.
Or maybe you need another all-night walk on the beach just to make sure.
Wait a second. I'm here, aren't I?
Well, here we are.
I hate this hotel.
You mean you hate it?
You do too, I can tell. Mom, you look funny in that.
Can't help it. It's all I could afford.
We poor now?
Well, no. No, of course not. Look, this is only temporary. I'm going to find us a real nice place to live very soon. So tell me, how was school today? Was it fun?
No.
No?
I hate school.
Oh, Brandon.
Some guy's been following me.
What? Who? What are you talking about?
I don't know, he followed me back here.
Well, what are you saying, Brandon? Are you telling me the truth? Are you making this up?
Come and look.
Where?
See? He's right over there.
Wait. That man over there in the alley?
Yeah. I saw him at recess, and then he was near the bus.
Sweetheart, don't worry. I'm going to take care of it. I want you to go in the bathroom and wash your hands. And then I'll get you some cookies I bought at the market.
What kind?
I don't know. They were on sale.
I like roses.
So do I, but these are going to have to do for now.
Look, if you hate me so much, why did you offer to fix me lunch?
Who said I hated you?
I'm sorry I walked out last night. It was bad for me to do, obviously, and worse still not to have explained it at the time.
You didn't have to. I knew why you did it.
Why?
Because you can't turn to me when you've got problems.
That's not true.
Cruz, she's married.
I don't know what to say to you.
It would help if you tried not to think about her.
How can I not think about the woman I'm in the middle of figuring out who tried to kill her father?
You know you're not going to like what you find out.
On the contrary, I think I will very much like what I find out.
Cruz, this may be a dumb theory, but everybody's saying that she did it, including Eden herself. Do you think that maybe there's an outside chance that that's true?
No, I don't.
You really don't make any sense at all. You know that? You've just lost it.
Santana, Eden is not capable of killing her own father. Now, if she's somehow so confused as to believe she did that, it's because... Kirk is behind... I'm going to get Kirk, all right? Kirk is the reason this whole thing has come down.
Fine, you go right ahead and do it. Discredit Kirk. Destroy him. That's what you want to do. Because you're not going to be satisfied until you get Eden back. But please, don't call it doing your job, because that's not it. Call it what it is. Cruz, wait. You're not going to walk out on me. I need you. God. I'm just as crazy as you are.
So there I was, that close to having complete control of the company. Now I'm back to square one. Blame me for being bitter?
I don't blame anyone for being bitter. I question when they're not. Sorry about your setbacks, but I know you're no stranger to them.
Oh, hardly. Sometimes I think I'm misfortune's fair-haired child.
Not quite. You're still a Catwell.
A name only. Certainly not a member of the family anymore.
Oh, that's happened before, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm. But in the past, when I was thrown out, I always wanted to come back. Not anymore.
Really?
No, ma'am. I'm perfectly content to stay away. All I want is to get even, pure and simple. I want to heap as much disaster on his head as is possible.
Well, it's nice that you have that little nurse to console you, isn't it?
No, I'm afraid not. We've gone our separate ways. Oh, you see, we have that in common, too. You've lost someone you love, and I've lost someone I love.
I don't think it was really love, Mason. I don't think you have the capacity for that.
Well, you're wrong, Augusta. You're thinking of the old Mason. This is the new improved model. I have an enlarged capacity for love and hate.
Well, there is your dear father now.
Why, so it is with this current court jester.
I should think he'd be very angry to see you with me.
Gee, I hope so.
Looking rather splendid.
I think he looks terrible.
Well, I can see the vultures are having lunch here today, too.
Would you rather we went somewhere else instead?
Certainly not. Just ignore them.
Thank you.
I want to talk to you about a job I have for you. I would like you to take this money to Gina for Brandon's care. She must be low on cash, getting pretty desperate by now.
It's very generous of you to do this for her.
Not for her, it's for Brandon. I see no reason for him to suffer because of her sins. Just make sure that she does not spend the money on herself.
I'll take care of it.
I may be a hard man, Kirk, but I do love my family. Even though Brandon is adopted, I still love him.
What do you intend to do about Gina now?
I don't know. You're weighing my alternatives.
Cece doesn't seem to be upset at all that we're having lunch.
Oh, you're right. Entirely too much equanimity at that table. I think they need a little something to shake them up, don't you?
Mason, please don't make a scene. I am not up for it.
Augusta, we must seize the moment. I've never known you to let one go by. Well, hi, Big Daddy. How's Triggs?
Get your hands off my table.
Well, sure, Daddy. I just wanted to come over and say hi. I'm having lunch with Augusta over there. You see? Why don't you come over and join us? You can bring, what's his name, with you.
Mason, I no longer regard you as a son of mine, and I couldn't care less who you are having lunch with. All I ask is to be left alone.
Alone? With, who's on first here? Or is that redundant?
It's Kirk, Mason. Force yourself to say it. Maybe you'll gag on it.
Kirk. Yes, of course. Kirk, what I don't understand is who you're substituting for. To me or Channing?
Why don't you just go back to your table, Mason?
My guess is that it's a little bit of both. Odds are you're already doing his dirty work. You know, that used to be my job, but I'll bet you're much better at it than I was.
Mason, Cece has already asked you to leave. Why don't you just go away?
Well, that's a nice touch, Kirk. Standing up for him. Let him know which side your bread is buttered on.
Mason, would you like to have Mitch throw you out?
No, that won't be necessary, Dad. I just wanted to wish you bon appetit. Of course, you may find Kirk here a little hard to stomach. I know I always did.
Come, sit down. Sad way. A very sad day. You have to apologize for your son, but I am very sorry.
No, it's all right. He doesn't bother me.
Anyway, let's get down to business. That envelope I gave you has the name and address of the hotel where she's staying. Bring it there, please.
How did you know where she was?
Wasn't difficult, Kirk. I have reliable sources. I'm sorry you haven't got time to eat, but I'd like you to get it there now, please.
Oh, no, that's all right. It's fine. I didn't have much of an appetite to begin with.
Tell me what she says. Again, I thank you.
Yeah, fine. I'll take care of it. Glad to help out.
No, don't get up. I just came by to tell you how well you looked.
Thank you.
How is it being back with the living?
quite satisfying, Augusta.
There we all were, trying to think of something nice to say about you at your funeral, and now we don't have to bother.
Well, it was so good of you to make the effort. I know kind words don't come easily to you.
Life is full of ironies, isn't it? Because as we sit here, my husband and your ex-wife are on the high seas together.
I know all about it.
You're taking it awfully well.
Well, self-control is a quality I admire. You should try it yourself sometime, Augusta.
You're practicing self-control? Must be a side effect of the medication they're giving you. You never practiced it before the stroke. Remember how you came storming over to the house determined to kill Lionel? I think your illness has softened you.
Oh, Augusta, please don't count on that. And Lionel better not count on it either.
Just thought someone might have seen Mason today. Silly me, I thought he might have come into the office. All right. Thank you. No message. Well, I guess it's worth a try.
Capitol Residence.
Hello, Mary. I'm looking for Mason. Is he there?
Gina, Mason doesn't live here anymore.
I know that. I just thought maybe he would have come by to get some clothes or something.
No, he hasn't, and I don't expect him.
All right. Never mind.
Be careful, Mommy.
Don't worry. I will. Who is it?
It's Kirk.
Good.
Thank you.
Hi.
Brandon?
We've got a problem.
What's wrong?
There's a man who's standing across the street who's been watching our room, and Brandon said he followed him home from school.
He did.
Really? Did he try to talk to you?
No.
Look, if you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. It's right
All right.
across there.
I don't know. It's a nice day out there. I don't see anybody.
Well, you must be looking in the wrong place because he's right over. He's gone. You're right.
You said you'd make him go away, Mommy.
Yeah, I know, sweetheart. Look, this is all very strange. I wonder who he is. I wonder if he's going to come back.
Mason, my son.
Dad, isn't Kirk with you?
No, he's not. He's running an errand for me.
So, he is doing my job after all.
I see you have made progress with Augusta. I am pleased that you took my advice and my suggestion.
No, well, I didn't do it to please you, Dad. I'm just living my life as I see fit.
I also like the way you staged the confrontation. That was wonderful.
I meant every word I said.
It would mean a great deal to me and to our family if we could destroy the Lockridges. With Augusta's help, possibly, but you know very well I can be quite appreciative.
Dad, when are you going to learn to stop trying to use me?
I guess when I no longer find you useful, Mason.
You know, it doesn't make much sense to kick me out and then try to tempt me back, Dad.
Well, like the Lord, Mason, I work in mysterious ways.
Lord knows that's true. You heading home?
No, I have a lunch date.
Well, let me leave you with this word of advice. Revenge can be a dangerous business, Dad. Lockridges aren't fools, you know. And neither is your eldest son. Well, look who's here.
Boy, we do keep running into each other, don't we?
Yeah, well, you should stay out of public places. I'm known to frequent them. Join me for lunch? I've already eaten, but I skipped dessert.
Thank you. I'm meeting somebody.
Oh, let me guess.
Your father.
Ah. Should I alert the media? Mary Duval is a social climber?
Mason, if you don't mind, I really am late.
Give him my worst.
He certainly didn't strain his bank account too much.
That's just to tide you over. You can't spend it on yourself, though. He's very specific about that.
He was he?
Yeah, says it's all for Brandon. In fact, he's setting up a new trust fund for him. You're gonna have to provide for yourself.
Well, I guess that shouldn't surprise me. You know, I'll bet CC's the one who hired that man who's been watching us. He's got all kinds of money to throw away on private detectives, but he won't give me a red cent.
There's more than a red cent in that envelope, Gina.
Yeah, and it's all for Brandon. What am I supposed to do, live the rest of my life in sweats? Did he hire that man who's watching me?
I don't think so. If he did, I think he would have told me.
Oh, so you two are buddies now, huh? He tells you everything. What does he say? What does he say he's gonna do to me?
I don't know, Gina, but if I were you, I would get busy and start working on that divorce right now. Get a jump on him. Don't wait for him to pounce on you.
Well, first, I'm gonna find out who's following me and my son. Santana.
What do you mean?
I mean, she's been very quiet lately. She's probably the one who hired that man. He's probably a professional kidnapper. I wouldn't put it past her. She'd do anything to get Brandon back.
Who are you calling?
Santana, who else? I know she's the one who did it. Oh, it's busy. I gotta go over there. I'm gonna put a stop to this
Wait
right
a minute, Gina,
now.
what about Brandon?
Well, you can stay with him till I get back, can't you?
Look, I am not a babysitter.
I know that, but I can't take him with me. It's just for a little while. You know Santana did it.
All right. Come back as soon as you can.
As fast as I can.
So what do I do if he starts crying?
He's not gonna cry, Kirk. He's not a baby. I just wish I didn't have to go over there wearing this. I can't stand running around looking this way.
I think that's kind of a fetching outfit on you. Be sure and put your hood up, though.
It's not funny, Kirk. It's all I could afford with the money you gave me, cheapskate.
I like this on you, Gina.
I wouldn't laugh if I were you. Cece would be as mad as a wet rooster if you knew about you and I that were, what would you call it? Friends? Co-conspirators?
Well, I wouldn't worry your pretty head up too much about that, Gina. I just start concentrating on finding a good attorney.
Don't worry. I already have someone in mind.
I hate acting like that.
You don't have to apologize.
I should understand. I know how long it takes to get over someone you've loved. It's just so hard feeling like you're second best.
Santana, it's not that.
I know. You shouldn't have moved so quickly. I shouldn't have moved so quickly. I really wish I hadn't have been so obvious and wanted you so much.
I liked being wanted.
Even when you weren't ready to be wanted?
Mm-hmm. I know how tough this has been for you. A lot of people wouldn't have put up with it.
Oh. Maybe they would for you.
Are you expecting somebody?
No. Obviously, they're not going to go away.
Santana! Santana, open up. It's me, Gina. I know what you're up to.
I'm warning you, if you continue to have Brandon followed, I'm going to report you to the police. It's harassment. I want it to end, and I want it to... Hello, Cruz.
Hello, Gina.
I didn't see you there.
Why don't you just calm down and tell us what you're talking about?
That's a good idea. Oh, come on, Santana, as if you didn't know.
Gina, I don't.
I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. Brandon was followed home from school today. The poor thing was scared half to death.
What? Gina, where is he? Did you leave him alone?
No, I didn't leave him alone. He's with a sitter. The point is, if you're so worried about his welfare, then why do you hire some seedy private eye?
Stop it. I didn't hire anyone to do anything.
You expect me to believe that? The next thing you're going to be telling me is you're not conniving to get him back.
Of course I want him. I'm not conniving, Gina. I'm not going to try to kidnap him. That's your style. I'm going to take this to court, and I'm going to get legal custody of him.
Over my dead body. Preferably.
Okay. Let's stop this. Now, Gina, I am sure Santana didn't hire anybody to do any such thing.
Of course, you're siding with her. I expect that
And
of you.
I give you my word that I will look into this.
Well, when?
Right now. All I need you to do is go on the way things have been. Just follow your normal routine.
All right, then what?
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it, like I said. I'll get on it right away.
You're an extraordinary woman, Mary Duval.
Do you think so? I thought of myself as many things, but not extraordinary. No, I think I'm actually rather ordinary.
No. Mason would never be interested in an ordinary woman. I've embarrassed you.
No, it's not that. It's just... Cece, I think you should understand that there is nothing going on anymore between Mason and me.
You think?
I know. It's over.
Well, let me tell you something, Mary. Because as Mason's father, I know what's in his head. I know when he gets something in there, he's very persistent about it.
What is it you're trying to say?
I would like to give you a little piece of advice. You can heed it or not, strictly up to you. But you really shouldn't run your life with anything but your head, not with your emotions. If you let Mason sweep you away with his, shall we say, silver tongue, I think we're going to fall into a situation that would not be too desirable for either one of us. Forgive me, please, for being so blunt, but I felt I should tell you at this time, just to warn you.
Thank you. But you didn't have to say any of that. See, I haven't forgotten what Mason did to you with, Gina.
Good. You should never forget it. Because I never will.
Sophia, are you hoping that CC will take you back?
Lionel, what's the good of talking about it?
But if he did, would you go?
There's no point to that question. He's never going to take me back. Never in this world.
Well, I think that you would. And if you do, you know there'll be no chance for us again.
I never should have come on this trip. It's a mistake.
It's not a mistake if you're not confused about it. Sophia, I care for you.
Lionel, we were lovers, passionate, out of control, lovers, and look what happened. I want to go home.
I'm not gonna take you anywhere against your will. I'm not a pirate.
Oh, Lionel, you are. You're a pirate and a thief, and you always have been.
And a lover. A lover who was committed to you heart and soul.
Lionel, the coming on this boat trip, if anything to do with getting back at CC, was that on your mind when you asked me?
I asked you because I wanted you.
And Cece was also on your mind. Oh, it would be quite a victory for you, wouldn't it? Blow to his pride. And what man could resist crushing his greatest enemy? So
Can we watch something else?
Like what, Brent?
Like cartoons.
No, I don't like cartoons.
Then can I go outside and play?
Oh, wait a minute. Your mom will be home pretty soon. So if you still want to go out then, why don't you ask her? Maybe she'll let you go. In the meantime, why don't you just try and be a little more patient?
I'll get it.
No, wait a minute. I'll get it.
It's my room.
Yes, but I'm in charge right now. Come on.
Well, this is a switch. The spider and the flies parlor?
I was just about to leave.
I didn't realize that you and Gina were so neighborly, Kirk.
Gina isn't here at the moment, Mason. You can come in if you like, or come back, which I'd like.
I think I'll come in. Nice place. Well, hi, Brandon.
Hi, Mason.
Is it just the two of you here?
Yeah, Mommy's out.
Oh, and you were just getting ready to leave?
I was going to wait until Gina got back.
Let's see, he's got you babysitting, huh? A little moonlighting to augment your meager salary at Capital Enterprises?
Knock it off, Mason.
Oh, Uncle Kirk is not only pleasant, but he's witty, too. How you doing, partner?
Wish we could go home.
Yeah, I wish we could too. Maybe you'll be able to soon, huh?
Hey, look, there's Daddy.
Why, so it is. Basking in the limelight.
My new son-in-law, Kirk. Kirk, please join
Wow.
us. Ladies and
Look at
gentlemen, I'd
that.
like to introduce
There's
Kirk
Uncle
Francis.
Kirk, too.
And I would like publicly to thank him
Reflected
for
glory, huh,
his
Kirk?
marvelous contribution.
As you can see, Mason, he asked me to join him. It wasn't prearranged.
I am very proud of
Unusual.
my family.
Spontaneous gratitude for my father. This is a rare occasion indeed.
Engaged Mr. Cruz Castillo.
Yeah, what happened there?
She just had a change of mind.
Well, look at that. He's being very complimentary, isn't he?
How does she feel
Cece knows what goes over with the press.
Young lady, she's
arm
not
around your
stepping
shoulder
down.
and
She's
everything.
standing
That's a
right by my
touching
side,
sight.
Just as Kirk is
Should I
right by
say
my side.
spectacle?
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to...
Mason, could I talk to you for a moment, please?
Sure.
So, what's going on, Mason? Just happened to be in the neighborhood?
Nobody just happens to be in a neighborhood like this, Kirk. No, I came because Gina asked me to. She left a message.
Oh, yes. Gina's very big on leaving messages. Well, I have no idea when she's going to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Can I watch cartoons now?
All right.
So, you and Dad going to be an invincible team and all, working side by side and all of that.
That's right. And we are.
Well, just be careful, Kirk. Dad's kindness is a lot like quicksand. You can struggle against it or you can give in to it. Either way, you'll wind up going under.
You'd do a lot better with him and everybody else if you tried being just a little less abrasive.
Are we giving lessons in comportment now, are we? Well, put a beggar on horseback.
I'll tell you what, why don't you stick around and keep Brandon company? I've got some things to take care of right now.
I'm sure you must. I would imagine that worming your way into people's good graces keeps you on the run most of the time. Or at least on the crawl.
That's it, Mason. I think I've said everything I want to say to you.
Well, saved by the bell. Afternoon, Miss Capwell. You have two gentlemen callers today.
Hello, Mason.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, darling. Listen, Kirk, could you take Brandon down to the machines and buy him a soft drink or something? I need to talk to Mason.
Oh, no, wait a minute, Gina. I've been tied up here all day long. I've got some things to take care of.
Kirk, I'm sorry. I realize it's an imposition, but I'd be so grateful.
All right. Come on, Brandon, let's go get a drink.
Do I have to?
You know, Kirk, I don't think the kids like you very much. But they bark at you in the street. Says something about your character.
Please, Brandon, just go with Uncle Kirk, all right? I want to talk to Mason privately, just for a few minutes. Oh, I knew you'd come. Thank you. You always do when I need you.
What's wrong, Gina?
I'm just terribly frightened, that's all. There's this man that's been following Brandon, and I don't know who he is or who hired him.
You sure about that?
Of course I am. You think I'm paranoid or something?
I don't know if it's paranoia or conceit.
I know what I'm talking about. I thought Santana hired him, but now I'm not so sure. Cruz said he would look into it, but...
Well, good. That problem's solved then. I could have saved myself a trip.
Wait a minute. That's not the only reason I called you. I've decided to file for divorce from CC.
That's a wise choice, Gina. Move on to greener pastures.
And I want you to handle the case.
Me? Gina, there are two people on this planet I hate more than anyone else. One of them is my father, the other one is you.
You don't mean that.
From the bottom of my heart, Gina. There's no way in the world I would be your lawyer. If I found you on the street, penniless and freezing to death, I wouldn't lift a finger. Do I make myself clear?
Are you all right, Cece?
I'm fine. Just a little tired.
Well, I'm not surprised. It's been a very active day for you.
Yes, it has.
Let me help you upstairs.
No, I'm fine.
Is there anything you do need?
No, nothing at all. Thank you. And thank you for the wonderful lunch. You get that for me, please.
Capwell Residence. May I ask who's calling, please? Just a minute. Are you at home to a Max Bender?
Max Bender, I'm home. What have you got, Max?
Not much to report, Mr. Capwell. So far, the Lockridge yacht hasn't moved an inch. They're still anchored off Carmel.
They're both still on board?
Yes, sir.
All right. Just keep me posted.
Did that upset you? You shouldn't let yourself get upset. You need to rest.
Not anymore. And you are not to tell anyone that I am tired. I cannot appear like I am in a weakened condition. I have to appear strong. I have to appear a lot stronger than my enemies, I'll tell you that.
What do you think you're looking at?
Hey, let go, will ya?
What are you doing here?
I got a right to be here.
Wait a minute, don't I know you? You used to work for the Santa Barbara PD, didn't you?
Yeah, hang on. Let me show you.
All right, turn around nice and easy.
Yeah, all I'm doing is just getting on my wallet. See, I'm in private practice now. Hey, you're Castillo.
I'm the police. And I want to know what you're doing in this alley.
A job, that's all.
What kind of job is that?
I was hired to keep an eye on a woman and her kid.
Gina Capwell?
Yeah, that's right. And I'm getting good pay for it, too.
Who hired you?
Oh, come on. You know better than that. I don't have to give a name. Besides, that's not only the part of it.
Yeah. You don't want to talk about it here? Should we go downtown to headquarters? We can talk about it at length there.
You can talk all you want. I'm not going to tell you or anybody else. There's too much money in this.
Uh-huh. What about your license as a private eye? You want to keep that?
You can't touch it. I'm not doing anything illegal.
Keep your voice down. You're scaring a lot of people to death, you know, and I don't like that.
I'm just watching, that's all. No law against that.
Look, I'm gonna find out who's paying you once and for all, so why don't you save us?
Not for me, you're not.
Don't get tough with me, man. It's a dead end.
Just doing my job.
There's a word of warning. You touch that kid, and I'll nail you. Count on it.
Mason, I don't think your father should be seen.
I'm here to pick up some files. He knows about it. Where is he?
He's upstairs, but don't disturb him, all right? Because he's had a very long day.
Oh, I know. Lunch with a beautiful woman can be exhausting. You're very protective of him, aren't you?
It's my job.
You just seem to be enjoying it. What did he do? Ah, you don't have to tell me. First-class hatchet job on my character, right?
Mason, you know, you really should stop thinking that you are the reason that everyone has for everything that they do. You know, it just so happens I was hired to do a job here. It also happens that I like your father. I feel a little sorry for him.
Ooh, he won't thank you for that. My father has no use for pity, especially when it's directed at him.
Boy, it's a shame you two have so many misconceptions about each other.
Oh, Mary. You think you're being objective. All you're really being is young and impressionable. My father started to work his charms on you, and you've fallen right into his trap. I could help you get out of it, but I think maybe you'll learn more if you do it on your own. You may have to chew your own foot off to escape, though, so brace yourself.
I was just about to leave. I think I'll continue to do that.
Leave where?
Guest house. I'm staying there, remember?
Yeah. Must get lonely down there.
Not as lonely as it is right here.
Maybe there's hope for you yet.
Not if I don't get some sleep, there isn't.